Afternoon, guys. I'm using the newly acquired the Sony HDR PJ200 and I'm loving it. Let's make sure this dick doesn't roll over. It's on the bicycle here, but you can see now I got Georgie and Mandy in sort of a tandem rig here. Make sure Georgie might go after this biker, so I got to kind of be careful. Oh, it's the son of Einstein. How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, how you doing,
right,
man?
yeah, great. Einstein lives, guys. Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm liking this tandem rig setup of these two. So. Wait until they see when they get dickered up here. Hey, you know, the case of Dumb and Dumber gets stranger, and I got a lot of people ask me because I'm one of the older transgender gals and I have a lot of years under my belt dealing with the practical side of being transgender, not the theoretical side of being a person that abandoned his family, you know, the so-called former preacher that abandoned his family and now just exhibits every possible symptom of psychosis and psychotic behavior. And now, you know, Dumber's left to pick up the pieces, and you almost feel sorry for Dumber. But, you know, in life, gullible people just get chewed up and spit out. And, you know, some of us saw the video of Dumber had to drive back 900 miles to rescue the apartment and make sure didn't get tagged with financial responsibility for leaving the place a wreck. And when Dumber went into the place and showed the camera around and everything, it just goes to show what a lowlife, what a terrible, terrible lowlife Dumb is. And suddenly everybody's noticed for the past 2 weeks, Dumb has been absent from YouTube because, like any good rat that scurries and when the light shines on it, Dumb is headed for the hills temporarily. So I'm a suspected jig is up there in Southern California because Dumb was going to glom onto, I guess, somebody that Dumb met at the Human Rights Commission. Although, you know, I'm going to call her Smart, the gal out in Southern California. She's not one to be trifled with, okay? I mean, she's the real deal when it comes to being an activist and being straight up and stuff like that. She's a parent to her kids and a proud one, and really a super good example of how to be and how to exist as a transgender girl, albeit she does it in an environment in a city. And I don't mind mentioning the place, Palm Springs, and I've been there. It's a delightful place, but it's certainly a place that's very accommodating to all different LGBT lifestyles and stuff. But I suspect now, guys, I could be wrong, but Dumb just made the wrong move on the chessboard there and has totally gone undercover because I think Smart, having been presented with all the facts and seeing on YouTube all the ongoing saga of Dumb and Dumber, realizes that she probably has a psychotic person under the roof or within close range of her home. And when you have kids, ooh, brother, watch out. So in a way, it's good that, you know, Dumber is really gullible, and, you know, you can say it's, you know, to me, it's the worst kind of YouTubing when you just get on there and show what somebody else did, blah, 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 and all that crap. But there's valid points made if it exposes somebody as a fraud, and it's something that many of us tried to warn Dumb about months ago by posting, you better be careful, you know, you don't know what you got there. And, you know, it's really sad. And then Dumb has the whole sort of cotillion of little followers behind it, you know, just faceless icons on the page that don't have the guts to come out and present their real selves, but they're all there with the rah-rah cheerleading. They're happy to cheer somebody else like a lemming over the cliff, which is what happened when Dumb and Dumber got together in December, because Dumb is always desperate to find, it's like a lamprey eel, find the next thing to attach to and suck off of. And Dumb was desperate to find something, and then Dumber crossed the target range, sighted out there in the gun sights, and got hauled right in and sold a bill of goods. But thank God, it was Dumb it was Dumber that lowered the boom on Dumb and sent her on her merry way. So I guess Dumb thought it would be great payback for being dumped by Dumber, because of course Dumb made all these very embarrassing videos, all these gaga gushing videos of in the house she'd found her true love and reading poetry and all this crazy ass stuff, and everybody kind of knew at that time that she was psychotic. The whole upshot, guys, and it's not often I'll do a video like this, but the whole upshot is you gotta really be careful in life. You know, you might think you know somebody on YouTube, you might think you know me, you might think you know Jen, other people, but I tell you what, you got to be awful aware, and you got to take everything that you see with a grain of salt. You know, and if somebody presents themselves and they don't have a pot to pee in, and they talk all these big ideas about, you know, being believers in Jesus, and you can do it, and follow your dreams, and it just ends up being a psychotic, well, I'm just going to say it, it's a psychotic clusterfuck. And you can just see somebody that's headed in life towards being a jumper. And it's kind of sad, because people like that really need mental help, because they're no more transgendered than fly around the moon. What they have is egos that are inflated beyond belief, and you know, ridiculous ideas of self-worth that don't translate into the real world. And because of that, you know, the need for attention just becomes staggering, and a lot of people get caught up in that net, and a lot of people get hurt, all in the name of being a wolf in sheep's clothing. So I warn all my sisters out there, be careful, okay? Be careful who you take in. Who you think you know may not be somebody you know at all. Goes for me as well as anybody else. But I'll tell you, you look for people that have a track record in life. You don't look for people that are just smooching and mooching and trying to grab onto everything that comes along, because you know, desperation and is a terrible thing to get involved in, because desperation drives people out of their mind, and it causes them to do crazy things. You know, when you're like Dumb and you blew off your family and you have no contact with your family at all, and you're lashing out like a psychotic idiot now because somebody exposed you as the rat you are, you got to really be careful, guys. I mean, this is somebody that has nothing going for them in life, and nothing to lose at all. They've lost everything at all, and all they can do is be a danger to others. So I applaud Dumb for getting away, but I would hope that Dumb would come to terms with their lack of honesty. You can't say one thing in December. People have a memory, okay? A lot of times it's better than yours. You can't tell people you've been on hormones for 2 years and how honest you've been, because it makes you a blatant liar when you lived under the roof with your wife and tell everybody how honest you've been from day one. Well, clearly you're either lying to us on YouTube, or you lied to your wife. In either case, a lawyer would say, I've made my case, I rest my case, you know. So I would just tell you guys, beware and be careful. Keep your eyes open, and be careful how you commit yourself in life, because it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and you know, we're wearing milk-bone underwear, and a lot of times we can get really chewed up and hurt. I'll leave it on the note, just because I don't want to sound like I'm on my high horse in a soapbox. You know, back in December when Dumb was posting on Facebook, and there's a lot of, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I've sent a lot of money a lot of different ways to girls I know on YouTube and Facebook, probably in excess of a couple $1,000 here and there, to try to help people out when I could. I'm proud of that. I don't stand here today, and it's the first time I ever said that, but I've just got to warn you guys. You know, back in December when Dumb was complaining on Facebook that she was just $1 from being out on the street and all that, and had no more hormones left, I wired her money down to Western Union to help out. Now, I'm not going to say she was grateful to me. She messaged me back and everything and gave the phone number, but I didn't feel comfortable enough to really strike up a communication. I just did it out of a sort of a compassion for thinking if somebody's really in that kind of shape. But then as the months went by and I observed the videos, I became more and more disturbed about things to the point where I just kind of wrung my hands at the whole thing until somebody snapped me back to a couple months ago and said, hey, you ought to see what's going on with Dom, and her life is just more of a wreck than ever, and watched all the movies of shopping trips, not having money, and yet pissing money away like crazy on stuff. It just didn't add up, so I just kind of washed my hands of it. But this is all a way of saying we all make mistakes in judgment. I sure do, but I'm the kind of gal I'd like to continue erring on the side of giving people the benefit of the doubt at first. But when it comes to having people direct my life and telling me how I should live and what I should do, and I should destroy my family and destroy other lives for the sake of my selfish ambitions, forget about it. Okay? It's got to come from within here. Can't be driven by cheerleaders and all that. We're all gullible. Probably be the most gullible girl in the world, but this is just a warning to all you guys, as the few of us that do follow the escapades of Dumb and Dumber on YouTube. I've taken the warning to heart again, and I know Jen has, and other people in my life too have communicated to me what a sad, sad event this is, especially for Dumber's family now, as she will pay the ultimate price for the stupidity of following the Pied Piper of Psychotics. Anyway, my 2 cents worth, guys. Thanks for watching today. You're not often... Whoa, hey, look at this. Wow, we're like a triple dicked here, huh? It's not often I do uploads like this, but once in a while it's got to be said. Be careful. Transitioning is not a game to be played by guys in short pants, okay? It's the real deal. All right. Have a wonderful Thursday, guys. Lots of good stuff coming.